Good morning, guys. It is Monday, election day, November 4th. And today, before I take my long drive home, I decided to stop at one more park up in the Delaware forest area. And this is George W. Childs Park. And I saw on the map that there's like 3 different waterfalls. So we're going to attempt this. It's a little chilly out. But I wanted to just try to get this one last hike in before I head home. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you on the trail. Okay guys, it's extremely windy, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me today. This is the parking lot. You drive in and around, so there's a second parking lot down the driveway here. And as you see here, it's a nice park. Lots of space to park. There's 2 restrooms. And I believe there's a little sign here to show you where you'll be going. This is the map that I saw back at the cabin, and I couldn't figure out where it was from, so I looked up Deer Leap Falls, I think, on All Trails, and it was right there. So let's get started. So first you notice that is a nice paved path, and All Trails has been rating this as easy, and I saw on the website this morning that there were a lot of upgrades. I guess this park was closed for about 6 years, and they made some upgrades and fixed some repair damage, and it's supposed to be really nice right now. Today's pretty windy. The temperature was about 10 degrees less this morning than it was yesterday morning. So it is a little nippy out. So I have my buff on. I have a pair of gloves in my pack and my down jacket on. But so far it's just really pretty. I mean, very well kept and easy to navigate. Now, as I looked on the map last night, there's a couple of things that were built here by the CCC, and I imagine this is one of them. It's like a little stone building. Not sure. One of them I remember was a pump place, but you can kind of see in there. There's no way to get into this that I can see from the outside, but you know, you got your nicely built, solid, sturdy building, which is very typical of all the CCC work done. So there's that. I will find out on my map at home which building this is exactly. I know there were 2 at least that were listed on this trail. But as we continue, we're going to be hitting 3 different waterfalls today from what I saw. Hopefully they'll be flowing. I see a really pretty bridge down here too. This is really pretty. I know you can go either way. So you can go to the right or to the left here, and you can cover, there's 2 loops above this, but look at this beautiful, beautiful stream here. I think this is Dingman's Creek. So very pretty. I am on water and waterfall overload this week, or this last couple days. So check that out. Bridge is beautiful. It's a little hard to resist going across a bridge like this. Looks there's other paths, I guess. We're going to check this way. Look at the other side of the creek here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow. That's gorgeous. And we're going to go up here to this sign in just a minute. There's a bridge over there too. So right before the sign, there's this little trail off to the left here. and All Trails doesn't list anything on it. We're walking by Dingman's Creek, and it's sort of just dead ends, so I kind of wanted to walk out and see if I saw anything back here. Doesn't look like a very long path. I think it just kind of ends. Huh. Oh, there is a nice little pavilion here. That is the CCC pump. Nice. Work at the CCC is just amazing to me, and anytime I get a chance to see any of their structures, I try to go and look at it. The sun is not cooperating with me very well today. There you go. There's one thing down. It's funny how All Trails doesn't usually list little stuff like that. I'm glad I saw it on the map previously, or I may have not gone down this path. We continue down this way, and there's a sign here about the CCC. Never heard it called that before. Roosevelt's Tree Army. All right, so now this is an explanation here. So what we just saw is a picnic pavilion and pump shelter. This is something else we haven't seen yet, so we'll probably come up to it. It says it's a ranger cabin, picnic pavilions, pump shelter, and a privy. Nice little sign here. It's helpful. So I'm not sure what that first stone building is then, but we are continuing on down the path here, and we are up to our first waterfall. Wow. You know, I don't know how anybody can get enough of waterfalls. I just love seeing waterfalls. I believe you can go down there and get a little closer to them. And there is a platform. Wow, there's a building over there too. Holy Hannah, there's a lot here. This is a very short walk. Easy, flat. I know there's supposed to be steps somewhere. Let me get down here because the sun is just not cooperating with me. Okay, this is Factory Falls. And this is a little area here that's not fenced in, so you do have to be cautious. I'm not going to go too far close to the edge because, you know. But look, we're basically right here. You can see falls coming in both directions. There. All the way down. And out. Wowza. Right by there, this little area is a safe area, a good area for kids, and it has a sign, Factory Falls. So you get to see them from another view. And try to keep the sun off of the camera, but it is in the morning, so things being what they are. And over here is another building. This is the abandoned Brooks Woolen Mill for the park here. Talks about harnessing the creek and how water spun turbines to provide all sorts of power. And you can pause to read that if you like. Over here is the building that we were just seeing from over there. And this is the mill. Pretty cool. I am assuming with the fence being here, they don't want you going in there. But I'm not sure. I'm just not gonna go in just to be on the safe side. But you can see this is really a great ruin here. You can go up the hill and see in different parts of it. But there is definitely a fence around this. Wow. Oh, you know what? I see that this part here is open. So I guess you can go around and down in it. Let's go do that. You can still hear the road up there, and I apologize. Wow. And you can even go inside of it. A little sketchy though, the leaves here going downhill. Baby steps. Baby steps. Gonna have to climb up this. And look at this. You can go inside of this. Here it is. Inside the ruins. Sweet. Still some wood holding up the stacks of stones. Nice. Oh wow. I just came down and around, and here is a much nicer view of Factory Falls. Look at that. Oh my. That's just, wow. I imagine going down further we can get another shot of that. Yes, indeed we can. You come down the hill there. There's a little path here. I mean, obviously this isn't good for wheelchairs or strollers, but you can go down it and you can see these waterfalls straight on. Just look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I am so glad I came here. It was a choice between this one and another, probably just all wooded trail. Really handy. And this just keeps going downstream. Over here we have another pavilion we're going to be coming up to, so there's that here. And then we are going to take a walk back up through. This sun is just really bad for my filming today, but you're walking on stone here. It's a beautiful stone platform. There's a rooty tree up here, but I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. You can't complain about that, but you can see underneath of me is stone. Check out the rooty tree. That's kind of sweet. So it's like something you see in a movie. And over here is another pavilion. And I guess that just walks around it. And you can go down there on that platform and see the falls from a different perspective. And also just see the creek. This just looks to be like a pavilion. Maybe this is the one also built by the CCC. That was on the sign back there. You can walk through it to get back out on the path. There's another viewing area. I guess this is another smaller falls. Yeah. Oh my. I have so many great memories from being my trip up here. But look, it's just a continuation, it looks like. I am going to try to get out of the sun here a little bit, but this isn't the greatest time of the day. Come down here. Check it out. It goes all the way across there. And then down this way as well. Wow. Wow. I mean, you can literally walk right out to these falls here. I wish I could keep the sun off them. Not able to. Just look at this. Wowza. And this is apparently Fulmer Falls. Alright, heading back up to the path. So if we go around, there's a platform for Fulmer Falls. You can see that right here. And holy manna, I can really see it up here. Holy crap. Oh wow. These are just gorgeous. No words. So walking through here, it's such a nice park. I mean, they have done so well with the safety issues and also allowing access at the same time, so you can get right up on these falls. I mean, nice safety rails, and you're also walking through a beautiful forest. I mean, check out the trees. Okay, decided to go up to Falls first, and then when I come back down, I can do that little loop that goes to the bottom of those falls. It's just so gorgeous here. I mean, you can hardly even figure out where you want to go. Like, there's so much to see. Wow. Have I mentioned how grateful I am that I can see stuff like this? You know, a couple of years back, I would have never thought I'd be doing this, you know. I was terrified of driving too far and getting lost or having a flat tire, you know. And then there was the normal stuff when you start hiking and backpacking. You're afraid of everything in the woods and think everything's out to get you. But man, I am just incredibly grateful that I didn't cave to any of my fears or stay in my comfort zone, because I would have missed so much. As you're walking down, you see the falls off to the right, and all the beautiful water. Just look at that. It's just, I have no words. Now there are steps here, so you know, if you are handicapped or have a stroller or anything like that, you would not be able to go down these steps with that or a wheelchair. So just keep that in mind. You can walk literally right up to the edge of this water. And check out these gorgeous rocks surrounding them. And there we go. They are pretty magnificent as well. We have the bridge up there. I mean, it is a BEA beautiful park, as Day Hike Day would say. Alright, now for the climbing back up. Something I don't enjoy, but must be done. One last look over there. And we're gonna head up these steps. So as you're climbing down, you can hear the power of this waterfall. And you're walking right over top of it. You hear that? It's crazy. Wowza. See some of that coming down the mountain right there. And here's where the split in the rock is that we saw from a distance. Just crazy. We come down into these little falls here, and we continue going down the steps, which means we do have a lot of other steps to go back up. But this way we get to see the other side of the falls, and in this case something a little bit closer that we didn't get to see close up before. You know, I mean, just look at it. Hopefully I won't fall. Just look at this rock. Very nice. A lot of stairs though. Cool. And here we are on the other side of Fulmer Falls. This is the platform. We were over on that one. This one's a little closer here. And a little way up from that platform, you can go down and get closer. This is nice. I love how when parks make it safe enough for kids, accessible, at least some parts of it, for those in wheelchairs and those with strollers, but also keep it accessible for other more adventurous people like myself. Wow, like literally right here. Phenomenal. The top of Fulmer Falls. You can get even closer over here. I'm not going to go out to the very edge or anything today, but we'll go down here. Just look at the power. It goes all the way down. Cool. All right. I think we're at the top here. Look at that. Holy wow. Man, how great must it be to live up in this area? I mean, I was driving here from my cabin on my way home, and Delaware State Forest is just wowza, full of color. And just a gorgeous drive. Some placards here about blight and plague. Let's go over here, get closer to these smaller parts of Factory Falls, I guess. Yeah. You literally walk right up to them. I mean, just very cool. Some little cascades that also deserve attention. There's the first bridge we crossed over, and now we are headed back to the car. So guys, absolutely gorgeous park. You have 3 waterfalls and a whole bunch of cascades, all within, I think it's like a mile and a half, maybe not even. And really, really pretty. You can walk right up to most of them. And man, this rivals the park I went to in Maryland. Can't remember it right off the top of my head, but where there was like 5 waterfalls in like a mile or 2 miles. This one, highly recommend. Last part of this little trail is through the woods again. There was 3 different trailheads back there, and I wasn't sure which one went back to parking, so I had to check my All Trails map, and it was this one here. It goes along Dingman's Creek, but through the woods this time. So I was getting ready to turn left here to go back over to the parking lot. I saw this, another remnant of something. I don't know if it's CCC related or what, but thought I'd at least look at it. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to head out. Got I guess now about 2.5 hour drive, so a little bit better, but it was a fantastic park, great place to take kids. You know, safety wise, it's pretty good for everyone. If you have a wheelchair, you have to be mindful of the steps, but other than that, I mean, 3 beautiful waterfalls in 1.7 miles. It's crazy up here. You can see so much. Anyway, I will see you next time on the trail, and namaste.